There's something nobody tells you about your 30s, and that's the fact that it's a decade of emotional maturity. Firstly, you start to understand yourself better. In your 20s, you were probably just trying to do everything, chase everything, please everyone, just trying to figure out who you thought you were meant to be. But your 30s come with a different level of clarity and in depth. You realize that you're not for everyone, and that's okay. You also realize that you don't need to always address the things or react to the things that make you uncomfortable. You don't always have to go energy for energy or aura for aura. Sometimes you address some things, other times you just let them slide, because now you choose peace over drama, you choose stillness over chaos. Another thing that happens in your 30s is that you begin to set boundaries and standards, not necessarily because you want to cut people off, but because now you have a better understanding of your worth and you just act accordingly. I mean, when you're in your 30s, you know yourself better, you know where you should be, what you can tolerate, and what you do not have to tolerate, where you can be and where you cannot be, because now you know yourself better. You're beginning to understand the world better. You know your triggers, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, and you act accordingly. The more understanding, or the better understanding you have of your person, the higher your standard just goes. Another thing that happens is that you start to look at healing and accountability from a different perspective. You understand now that healing is not even about fixing your past, but upgrading your future. You also take accountability for the part you played in the way that people treated you, hurt you, or betrayed you. Not because you want to punish yourself, but because you want to liberate yourself. You want to have a better understanding of the negative patterns in your life and avoid them once you see the red flags. Emotional maturity also displays itself in your relationships. They go from just baseless friendships to intentional friendships. Now you're drawn to people of like minds. It's not about idle gossips, but about goals. Emotional maturity in your 30s is not about figuring out everything. It's about understanding who you are and acting accordingly. So embrace the social, mental, and psychological changes. I'll see you in my next